Effective feedback in New South Wales primary classrooms is a cornerstone of quality teaching, as emphasised by the New South Wales Department of Education. It is most impactful when it is timely, specific, and directly aligned with the learning intentions and success criteria. For instance, during a persuasive writing lesson, a teacher might say, "Your argument about healthier school lunches is compelling because you linked it to student well-being. To strengthen it further, consider adding specific examples or data." This approach ensures that feedback is not only constructive but also meaningful, guiding students on how to enhance their work. The Department of Education outlines 5 key practices for effective feedback: combining feedback with instruction, focusing on learning intentions and success criteria, intervening promptly, engaging students in the feedback process, and allowing time for students to act on the feedback. For example, in a mathematics lesson on subtraction, if a student makes an error in borrowing, the teacher might note, "You've set up the problem correctly, but there's a small mistake in the borrowing step. Let's revisit how we regroup tens and try this problem again together." This immediate task-focused feedback helps correct misunderstandings and reinforces learning. Reinforcing students' strengths is equally important. Positive, specific feedback like, "I noticed you used capital letters and full stops consistently in your story, which made it easier to read," acknowledges their efforts and encourages continued good practices. Moreover, feedback should provide clear steps for improvement. In a science investigation, a teacher might suggest, "Your observation about the plant's growth is detailed. To deepen your analysis, consider explaining why the plant grew more in sunlight compared to shade." Such guidance helps students understand how to enhance their work. Encouraging self-assessment and reflection is another critical aspect. Teachers can facilitate this by asking students to reflect on questions like, "What part of this task did you find most challenging, and how did you overcome it?" Tools like traffic light systems, green for understanding, yellow for partial understanding, and red for needing help, can also help students self-assess their grasp of the material. Providing opportunities for peer feedback, such as the 2 stars and a wish method, where peers note 2 strengths and 1 area for improvement, really fosters a collaborative learning environment. Effective feedback also informs future teaching. If several students struggle with a concept, such as narrative structure, the teacher might plan a targeted mini-lesson to address this area. This responsive approach ensures that teaching is tailored to students' needs. Feedback can be delivered in various forms: verbal comments during class, written notes on assignments, digital annotations using platforms like Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, and even audio or video feedback, which can be particularly effective in conveying tone and intent. In New South Wales classrooms, integrating these feedback practices aligns with the What Works Best framework, which highlights effective feedback as a key driver of student achievement. By embedding these strategies into daily teaching, educators can create a supportive learning environment that promotes student growth, reflection, and continuous improvement.